Hi, it's Jessica with JZ Knits, and welcome to another episode of my knitting podcast. I'm so excited that you're joining me today. I've got so much to share with you. It's been a really busy month. It's the end of February. Today is February 28th, and I just want to take you through kind of what I've been knitting, a couple things that I've finished, some things that I'm thinking about knitting, what I've been wearing, and also some acquisitions and other things that I am planning to make. So I hope that's something that you're interested in, so stick around. What I want to start with is telling you about what I am wearing. So this is my Valentine's cardigan, and last time we checked in, I just picked up the yarn. The yarn is, here's the tag, it is Rowan Alpalaca sparkle yarn, and I purchased this from a local yarn store, Yarn Therapy, and I purchased 6 skeins originally, and I got really close to finishing, and I just knew I needed a little bit more, so I went back and got 1 skein. And I really love this gorgeous like pale pink. It's almost like a blush pink color, and it has just a little bit of sparkle. You can kind of see it when the light hits it, and I just felt like it was just perfect for Valentine's Day, but it was a little warm on Valentine's Day, but I still wore it anyway. And then check out these buttons. They are stunning and so perfect for this project. I picked up these buttons before I even knew what I wanted to put on them. My daughter and I, we had went to New York a few months ago, and we did some shopping, went into this little button store, kind of just a little, I don't remember the name of it, but anyway, we went into this store that had a bunch of buttons and different kind of like trimming items, ribbons, things like that. And these buttons, I could not pass them up. They're just so perfect for this sweater. So the sweater that I made is the Step by Step cardigan by Florence Miller. This is actually the 3rd time that I've made this pattern. It's a very good like classic cardigan, especially if you want like a V-neck cardigan, and I talked about it a little bit last time because it's also another finished object that I made. I use the same pattern too. So it does have the double knit button band, and that does take a little bit longer, but I really like the way it lays flat. It's so neat, and yeah, I really love this cardigan, the fit of it. The only modifications that I made, of course, if you know me, I do have longer arms and a little bit longer torso, so I do usually have to add a little bit of length, but I also took in the sides a little bit. I have lately been liking when my tops kind of snatch in a little bit at the waist. So those are my modifications, and I love this cardigan. The yarn, love the feel of it, all of that. And so yeah, overall, I really like this finished object, and I just feel like it's gonna be an easy go-to cardigan that I will wear pretty often. So the next finished object that I want to talk to you about, or one of my finished objects I want to talk to you about, I don't have it with me, but I'm going to insert some photos. I'll first insert a photo of me trying it on, but it was my daughter's birthday cardigan. So in my last episode, I shared with you that I do knit her a cardigan every year for her birthday. Her birthday's in February. I gave it to her, and she's worn it so many times already. This is, yeah, I've made quite a few cardigans for her, like 4 or 5 maybe cardigans that I've made for her. She wears them all the time and absolutely loves them. And I did the Step by Step cardigan also for her with a double knit button band, and gave it to her, and she was just so happy with it. So that was another win. That was a finished object, and then I'll show a little picture of her wearing it on her birthday, but she's worn it like a few times other than that. So that was a really great pattern. The yarn I used, I'll kind of insert the details in my notes too. I don't have the tags with me, but I know I picked up the yarns from some local yarn stores too. But I used like a strand of DK and also a strand of mohair, and held those together and got a really nice gauge. She really likes the weight of it and all of that. So that was definitely a win. So those are the only 2 finished objects that I had for the month. And I will tell you a little bit about my works in progress. So one of them I shared with you last time we visited, and I was working on the Melt the Ice hat, and it kind of just lost some steam on it. I think because I just got so, well, this cardigan, I had just a really, really tight goal of wanting to get this done before Valentine's Day and in time to block it. Like I knit this in less than 2 weeks. I want to say it was about 12 or 13 days. I was just on a mission to finish it because I wanted to have it for Valentine's Day and I needed to like wash it, block it, let it dry. And usually it takes about a day and a half or so to dry. So then I honestly I just kind of forgot about the hat. But anyway, here is where I'm at with the hat. I really like the way it looks and it's starting to warm up and I really just don't see myself wearing a hat probably till the fall, but I will finish it. I like the yarn and kind of the cause behind it and all of that. So I'm using Malabrigo Rios and this Ravelry red. It's gorgeous. It's gonna look, let me just try it on. I'm like at the point of starting the crown of the hat, and so you can see it's gonna have, yeah, just a really good fit. Just a nice classic red hat. So that's what I'm working on. And this is inspired by the Melt the Ice hat. It's not the exact pattern. Like I did purchase that pattern, but I'm kind of doing just a different hat since I don't know, I don't like the shape of it. I just wouldn't see myself wearing that shape of a hat. So, but I'll get that finished soon. So that's one work in progress. And then, so for my birthday, my daughter had gifted me some yarn and she gifted me this Daylight's American Cuomo yarn. And I am holding it together with Knitting for Olive marzipan, and it's just making a beautiful texture and another cardigan. I know. I do make a lot of cardigans, but I wear them so much. I do have quite a few, and I do want to make a few more just like classic cardigans that I can just throw on and wear because I wear them so much. So I know kind of like, I think because I've realized like how much my daughter wears her cardigans, and I have a few, but I just want a few more. So I am making I'll hold up the picture of it. I am making this Mono Knit Editions Boxy cardigan, and it is coming out so beautiful. I started it 2 weeks ago, and it's not going as fast as the Valentine's cardigan. The gauge is a little bit tighter, but I'll share with you where I'm at right now. So I've finished the body and also have finished one sleeve. And then there's the button band that I've started. So I have completed, it's one of those where you do the button band in like 3 different pieces. So I've got the one side of the button band, and then next I'll do the other side of the button band, and then you pick up for the collar, and then I need to do the other sleeve. So it shouldn't take me too long. It's not a double knit button band, it's a regular ribbed button band. So that's what it looks like. How just like neat and tidy that is. And I know it's going to be one that is going to be nice, just a nice classic cardigan. This yarn together, I really, really love the texture of it and the color. The color is interesting because it's almost like a gray beige with like, it just has this like pink kind of tint to it also. And I feel like it's gonna be like a nice classic cardigan that it has a little bit like of a rustic feel, but I feel like it's something that I will just almost like an heirloom type cardigan. Like it's just gonna be really, really pretty. So I'm looking forward to adding this to my wardrobe. I really want to make more just like staple kind of classic pieces, and this will definitely fit that bill. So I haven't decided yet what buttons I'm going to make. I do have a little bit of a stash of buttons, and I will kind of just, I feel like I'll think more about it like as I'm getting closer to finishing. So that is the Mono Knit Editions Boxy Cardigan by, who is this by? Mono Knit Editions is the pattern creator. So that's that. So those are my only 2 works, like active works in progress or things that I have been working on. So next I want to talk to you about what I am thinking of making, almost like fantasy knitting, what I'm just kind of thinking about next. So the first thing I did swatch for, guess what? another cardigan. But I'm kind of cardiganed out, so I'm going to take a little bit of a break and maybe do something else. But I did swatch, and this texture is just going to be so good. I have one red cardigan and I don't love it. It was I think it was like the Anchor cardigan by Petite Knit, and I just do not love the way it fits. And yeah, and maybe it was just like the yarn choice. I don't like the way it fits. It's really, really loose around the neck, and I don't like the yarn that I used for it. So I really don't wear it. I'll throw it on every once in a while. So now I just want like a very classic, clean cardigan. And I think that one just had a bit of texture. It's not just like a classic, clean cardigan like I want. So the yarn that I'm using is Blue Sky Fibers, this Alpalaca from them, and then just like a heritage, what is that called? I don't remember, but yeah, just a classic sock weight yarn, heritage something. This is, Cascade Yarns Heritage. So I've got plenty of both, and I did a swatch. I looked at a couple patterns that I was thinking about making and haven't really narrowed it down yet, but I am going to put this to the side because I do want to work on something a little more springy, and I just don't want to do another like 3 cardigans in a row. No, I did do 3 cardigans in a row. I don't want to do 4 cardigans in a row. So I need a little bit of a palette cleanser besides that hat. So let me tell you about what I'm going to make. I'm so excited about it, but I've got to show you something else first, a different acquisition. So not knitting related, but this is what is inspiring me. So many of you know, I love cowboy boots. I absolutely love them. I wear them so much. I've built up a nice little supply of them and I wear them a lot. But my favorite cowboy boot brand is Tecovas, and I got myself these gorgeous like avocado green Tecovas, almost like a matcha color. They're so beautiful. They're so pretty. I love the way they look. I'll insert a picture of me wearing them. I just got them today. Treated myself, and I'm just so excited about them, and I want something that I can wear with them. And so I feel like I do have things that I can wear with them, but I just want to make myself something that I can wear with them. And many of you know, like, I attend Fiberfest every year, and I want to make something also that I can wear to Fiberfest with these boots. So I went to the store today. So I've been pretty good with yarn acquisitions and have not purchased. The only yarn I purchased was one more skein for this sweater. And then I went to the yarn store to get one more skein of the marzipan because I'm cutting it really close and I know I'm not going to be able to finish. Oh, and it's the Knitting for Olive. The color is marzipan. They're soft silk mohair. And I just knew that I wasn't going to be able to finish the sweater if I didn't get another skein of this. So I went to go get a skein and, you know, had my new boots on because I'm like a little kid when I get a new pair of boots, or like I want to wear them right away. So I was wearing them all afternoon and evening. And so I ended up picking up this gorgeous yarn. Now check this out. Oh, I went to Knit Dallas, and Knit Dallas is, I think it's one of the only yarn stores in my area, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, that has Knitting for Olive, or at least that I've found, at least on this side of town, has Knitting for Olive and a good supply of it. So, and I knew I needed it to finish my sweater. So went there, long story short, and I picked up this gorgeous color of yarn, and this is Wanderluck Fibers, and I really like their yarn. I like the, you know, just local yarn. And this is Linen Deluxe DK. It's 50% baby alpaca, 25% silk, and 25% linen. And the color is called Matcha, and it just goes, it pairs so perfectly with my boots. So I am so excited to tell you about what I'm gonna make, because I haven't made anything like this in a really, really long time since I've started knitting. I am going to make the Dandelion Drift Poncho. And okay, this is what's so fun about it. I was at the yarn store, met a new yarny friend, and she came in with like a really cute top, and just got to talking, and I was telling her about what I wanted to make, and she suggested this poncho. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, because I can finish it so quickly. 2 skeins of DK, and yeah, it's the Dandelion Drift poncho, and I am going to swatch for this pretty quickly. Like, I want to finish that sweater, but I'll probably swatch for this before the sweater is done so I can just get started right away. So I'm so excited. The yarn is so soft. Sometimes I get a little about linen, but I think it'll be okay. It's really soft, and it only has 25% linen, and it has silk and alpaca, so I feel like it'll balance it out. But sometimes linen just bothers me, but I feel like this will be okay. It's really soft, and I think I'll be okay with it. And I just cannot wait to make this. Like, I'm picturing myself, like, so yeah, I'm picturing myself wearing this poncho with like a white tank, a jean skirt, and that, I mean, a lot of times I do like to wear like kind of denim skirts when I wear my boots or dresses, or yeah, just different things I can wear it with. But I feel like this poncho is going to be so good, so cute, and I'll also be able to wear it to DFW Fiber Fest. Usually Wanderluck Fibers has a booth there, so I always think, you know, it's me. I really do enjoy wearing my knits and sharing them, especially with the yarn dyers or the companies that I buy it for. So a little bit about that idea, because I'm so excited about that. So other things that I am thinking about making, what else? Oh, this last year I did get from DFW Fiberfest, and it's from Lavender Fiber Company. And I think I shared this with you all last year, kind of when I went through my acquisitions from DFW Fiberfest. But this like, these colors are just so beautiful and springy. So I do want to make some. So initially I was thinking the Rumble Raglan by Lydia Morrow. It's kind of a multicolored, brioche looking raglan t-shirt. So I might be doing that, but I don't know. I'm kind of maybe thinking like a short sleeve cardigan. I know, another cardigan, but I don't know. Do I do a t-shirt? Do I do a cardigan? But I feel like this yarn is springy, and I want to wear something like that I would like to wear in the spring. So I don't know, unless you have some ideas. So it's 3 skeins of fingering weight yarn, 2 of them in this, what I'm calling the main color. It almost just has like, it's like a off-white with some lavender and almost like some hues of pink and blue. It's so pretty. I love like the pastelness. And then this like really pretty lilac color, and yeah, or it's called lavender. And so it's all 3 of their vintage socks. So I'll think a little bit more about what I want to make, but yeah, not quite sure. But that'll be another project too. So I've got this one, I've got the redness going on. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, yeah, I've got this red swatch for a cardigan, and then I'm definitely next starting my Wanderluck matcha poncho. So I got some fun things in flight. And I'll tell you a little bit about what else I've been thinking about making. So not knitting related, but I did recently acquire a serger. So I do have a sewing machine. I like to sew. I don't do it tons and don't do it really often, but I really want to start sewing and using my sewing machine more. But I also got a serger. And so what I kind of want to start making is like upcycled clothes. So I don't know about you, but I tend to have a lot of clothes that maybe like t-shirts, sweatshirts, things like that I like them, and I get like attached to maybe like the logo or like a concert shirt or a sports shirt. Like I really like the emblem or the message or the logo or whatever, but I may not like the way it fits on me anymore. Maybe the style isn't in, or it's gotten too tight, or it's just too loose, or the neck kind of hangs weird. So what I want to do is kind of take like a mismatch of some of my clothes and make it into almost like a patchwork type of sweatshirt. And I'll like insert a couple like inspiration photos of things that I've seen, and I kind of want to replicate, but like my version of it. So I know I've got a couple like concert t-shirts, a couple like Chicago Bears gear, things like that. And I I want to use my serger to be able to kind of make my own like crew neck or hooded sweatshirts with some of my old things that I probably would have, like, because I don't like the way they fit, probably would have donated. I have also done some thrifting recently. My husband and I visited a couple of thrift stores and I picked up some really cute like thrift finds, but I figured I can like take some of that material and upcycle it and mix it together. So hopefully by next time I check in with you all, like I will have a finished version of what I'm thinking about in my head. But also my sewing machine is down. It's been in the shop. Something happened with it. They had to like order a new motherboard or something like that. So it's taking some time. It's not back yet. I probably need to follow up on it and see kind of what is going on. It's been like more than 3 weeks. So it's been a while that it's being worked on. I know they're waiting for a part to come shipped in, but I do have the serger and I know I can do a lot with the serger. And if you don't know what a serger is, it's like kind of like a sewing machine, but not really, but it, you can put material together and it not only kind of binds it together or like sews it together, but in a different way, but it will also kind of give it that like finishing seam. So if you think of, well, of course the shirt doesn't have it, but a lot of your like store bought clothing has like a finishing seam that is serged. And I've watched quite a few videos and a lot of people that make some of these like upcycled projects use a serger. So I'm excited. I've got that and I was messing around with it earlier today. It's a little bit of a pain to thread, but I think I got it and I'll just start kind of practicing. You learn through practicing. So, you know, of course, knitting is my first love and I will definitely focus more on knitting, but yeah, it's just some other things that I want to make. I do eventually want to start making some clothing too. So, but I thought starting with maybe taking some pieces of some old things and upcycling could be a gentler way of getting into sewing before I start making things like, you know, pants or shirts or dresses or things like that. So a little bit about that. Well, what other acquisitions do I have? Oh, I haven't really delved into this, but I did pre-order this 52 weeks of sweaters by Lane Publishing. I don't even know how to say that, but it looks like Lane. But so what this book is like there's 52 patterns in here and they're sweaters and it's gorgeous. There are so many beautiful patterns in here of a lot of kind of classic looking sweaters. And I really don't like, I haven't spent tons of time going through this in detail, but there's a lot already. Like I could see a few that I would want to make. I mean, this is just like number one, a picture of number one. And that's the Tane sweater by Rebecca Clow. I have a few of her patterns and I've knit some of them. She's a great pattern writer, but that's just one, but there are 52 patterns in here. So I want to take some care and some time in going through this and deciding what I'm going to make, but I love a good like knitting book. I'm kind of a sucker for them. I buy a lot of knitting books. I haven't always been the best out of making patterns from or making projects from there, but this one I think is a little bit different because it has a lot of more like classic things. And when I was looking through it, I mean, I initially saw just off of the photos, at least like 5 or 6 that I would make. So because of that, I'm like, I'm going to splurge, I'm going to get it. And I'm going to keep to making some, well, you know, maybe with some of the yarn that I have in my stash, I could kind of check out if there's something that I can make from there right away. So that's another acquisition. So next I do want to chat with you about some of the media and things that I've been watching and getting into. So I have been reading or attempting to start Wuthering Heights. I really want to see the movie, and so I started the book, but I don't know, I can't get into it. So I'm going to try a little bit more tomorrow. If I give it another couple hours and I'm not getting into it as much, maybe it's a classic, right? But I'll give it one more try tomorrow. And if not, I may just move on to something else, but I really do want to read that. I did finish Bridgerton. It was the first 4 episodes I really liked. The second 4 episodes, I liked it, but I kind of wanted more. This wasn't my favorite of all of the Bridgertons, and I'm a huge Bridgerton fan. I've watched all of it, even some more than once, but yeah, wasn't my favorite. It was good. I don't know. I'm not sure what, yeah, not trying to spoil it if you have watched it, but it wasn't my favorite version, but still liked it. Of course, so entertaining. The Queen, of course, is so entertaining. Just all the drama and all of the music, the beautiful like dresses and all of that, and just the vibe. So I did love that. But what else? So my husband and I watched the series The Beast in Me. That was really good. That was on Netflix with Claire Danes, and I just love Claire Danes. I feel like I just grew up like watching her, thinking about even when she was in My So-Called Life. Or we also finished the series His and Hers. That was really good, kind of twisty, kind of took some twists and turns. That was really good. That was on Netflix also. And then we're pretty regularly on Apple TV Shrinking. That's a good kind of sitcom, feel good kind of show. So we've been enjoying that. Other than that, I am really, really looking forward to Outlander. That is going to premiere next weekend, and I'm in my feelings a little bit about it. I'm obsessed with Outlander. I've read all the books, seen all the episodes and all of that, and I just can't believe it's going to end. So more to come on that. But what else? Well, yeah, that's about it. That's all I have to share with you. So I'll check in with you. I'll probably try not to let a whole nother month go by. It's just, yeah, it was kind of a busy month. This was a really, really, really busy month for me at work. I just had a lot of like work things going on, a lot of commitments, and so that kept me pretty busy. And then just, my daughter's birthday, family things. My daughter is also going to be doing a craft market. She sells bags on Etsy. She does little purses, she does zipper bags, things like that, and she's going to be doing a market. So I've been trying to help her prep with just like cutting and getting things ready. I mean, it's all her designs, all her products and all of that, but I was just helping her with some like cutting prep before she has that in a couple weeks. So I've got that to look forward to, and really have just been spending a lot of time with friends, family, and all of that. So probably not, I had a good amount of knitting time, but not as much as maybe some months, and that's okay. So I anticipate, my predictions for March, that I'll definitely finish that cardigan that I'm working on, the mono boxy cardigan. I will definitely finish my matcha poncho. That is just going to go so fast. I can just tell by the pattern. Oh, and then the pattern was $2. So, oh my gosh, that is such a win. I feel like that is going to, I've looked at many of like the finished projects for that poncho. And again, it's called the Dandelion Drift poncho. And I just really love the fit of it. A simple poncho. And I really like the way that it lays on so many people. So I can see that being already another prediction for March, a go-to poncho pattern. And of course, the second I showed my daughter that I wanted to make it, she's like, okay, I want 4. Like, yeah, no, she just got a really nice birthday cardigan, but I'm sure I'll probably end up making her one, but not in March. Like, mark my words, not in March. Because I've got some things that I want to make myself. And so that cardigan, I'll finish my, my red hat, and then I would get started. I don't know if I'll do the red cardigan or if I want to do my lavender one. Maybe lavender, because I know just spring is in the air. It's warming up here in Texas. And then I do want to make a couple of those sweatshirts I was telling you about, and maybe some project bags. If my sewing machine comes back soon, I'd like to make myself some sewing project bags. So I think it's going to be a really fun month of making, and I will catch up with you all next time. So thanks for joining me. And if you have any suggestions on other things that maybe I should knit with this yarn or with the red yarn, this was my swatch. I'm trying to remember the gauge that I had on this. I think it was well, I guess I could measure it again, but I think it was either like 15 or 16 stitches per inch. And so, yeah, I've got plenty of yarn. So if you've got any suggestions of things that I could make with this or with this fingering weight yarn and something springy, let me know. And since that's what I'm going to be working on next. And so if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And if you want to share with me what you're making or some of your goals, let me know. So much fun catching up with you all, and I will catch up with you later.